Ignatian aesthetic sensibilities. I have always wondered if Ignatius could be considered to have had any aesthetic qualities in his life and mission. I place before you three aspects today for consideration: being a philocalist, following the heart, and treating life as an art. Do we need aesthetics? Some dismiss the importance of aesthetics, terming it as extravagance or useless. But on a closer look, we would find that the purpose of aesthetics is to enhance life. It brings out the refined elements of human nature, and one among them is being a philocalist. A philocalist is one who finds beauty in everything, and Ignatius was one for sure. Finding God in all things is one of the chief values that he promoted as part of his spiritual exercises. To see God is also to see beauty, purpose, order, etc. This is how he sought to enhance the quality of living. That way, we could term him as an artist too. Ignatius was certainly not an artist in the modern sense of the term, though many of his men in the Society of Jesus are. But I would consider that he was artistic in several ways, and he had certain aesthetic sensibilities which could inspire us as well today. An artist is in constant touch with his heart and responds accordingly. There are at least 9 stages of an artist's inner movements. First, there is an experience of an emptiness. Then there is a spark, which leads to a third stage, a fascination towards or with that object of spark. Following this is the fourth stage of imagination or a futuristic vision. In the fifth and sixth stages, the artist makes a resolve followed by a commitment. The next 2 stages are that of experiments and creation. The last stage results in an inexplicable joy. Ignatius experienced an emptiness soon after the leg injury, and during the convalescing period, he had a spark or a calling which led him to have a deep fascination for the Lord. That fascination impelled him to do something noble and great for him. He had a revelatory power of imagination that was a real breakthrough in the Western spiritual tradition. This futuristic vision became a resolve, and then committing himself to this passion, the Society of Jesus was born. The magis that is so characteristic of him was deeply embedded in this commitment that had the combination of orderliness and spontaneity, creativity and tradition, discipline and free flow of thoughts and deeds, contextual and doctrinal. Imbibing this balance, Ignatius and his followers continued to experiment with various methods in their ministries. What mattered most to Ignatius was a consolation of having offered something worthwhile to God. That was his joy. Now, some consider art as an end in itself, but Ignatius was in the other camp that considered that no art is an end in itself, and that it is always a concrete, visible, and audible means to reach out to the invisible spirit, the immanent and the transcendent God. To Ignatius, life is an art. Just like an art continues to be painted or chiseled or constructed till the artist is satisfied, so also is the life of a Jesuit, allowing the master to mold him till the end, namely till he dies. Till the end, a Jesuit is said to be on a mission. Even at the time of death, a Jesuit should strive earnestly that through him our Lord and God may be glorified and his fellow men may be edified, at least by the example of his patience and fortitude, along with his living faith, hope, and love of the eternal goods which Christ our Lord merited and acquired for us. This is also an example of how Ignatius paid special attention to details. Well, the takeaway point is this: all of us may not be artists, but sure enough, we can be artistic and enhance life, being a philocalist, following our inner movements, and treating life as an art. Thank you.